three basic quantities we measure in physics are length, mass, and time. So in this
Length.
hello,
Uh, what are they? Length.
length, mass, 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 and
Mm-hmm.
time. So what basically in physics only three type of quantities used very frequently, that is length,
Mass
mass,
and time.
and time.
Mm-hmm.
Now next is SI unit. Now I have already told you that what is SI unit. So SI unit is standard international unit. That means it is followed all over the globe. In every country they follow the same notation. Okay, that was not dependent in India. There is some different notation is used in Singapore. Some other notation are. It is not like that. Our standard notation, our international notations are used. Like suppose if you ask in your country that what is the length of this road, so they also give the answer in meters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is it is a international unit, standard international notation. So write down next bullet. The SI, the SI, capital S, capital I system is a set of is a set of metric 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 spelling metric unit. See the spelling in the screen. Set of metric units used in majority of countries. Full stop. It is a decimal system. It is a decimal system in which units are divided or multiplied divided or by 10 to give smaller smaller or larger units Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now what this line means, it means like suppose I'm talking about the length, so SI unit is meter. Now if I want to increase the unit, that means if I want to tell about the 1000 meter, so we write it
So
like
do you want?
it will be 1 kilometer. So
Mm-hmm.
we can write it like 1 into 10 to the power 3 meter. That means I am multiplying 10. I am multiplying some power of 10 to give the higher order units. That means if I want to increase the order of the unit, that means if I want to go into kilometer or something bigger than that, so we can multiply 10 to the power anything to give the bigger units. And if I want to write, suppose 1 centimeter, so 1 centimeter is 1 upon 100 meter, isn't it? Because 100 centimeter
Yes.
equals to 1 meter. So 1 centimeter equals to
Okay.
1 upon 100 meter. So I can write it like when I take this 100 in numerator, it becomes 10 to the power minus 2. I have to calculate the number of 0 and I have to write it in the exponent of that. 10 to the power minus 2 will be the answer. Understand?
I understand.
So now whether I have to go in higher order or whether I have to go in lower order, I can multiply or divide with 10. 10 to the power anything can be there depending upon the unit we have to choose. Okay. So now next topic is we have to deal with this only 10 to the power thing. Write down powers of 10 TEN 10 powers of 10 shorthand. Powers of 10 shorthand. Now what is the meaning of 10 shorthand? It means
It means we need 5 by 10 to get another unit.
yes. Like suppose I am giving you some numbers. Now you have to write in 10 shorthand. Suppose you have to write 4,000. So it will be 4 into 10 into 10 into 10. Isn't it?
Yes.
So I can
I
write it.
think I took this in math. It's standard and something else. Wait, let me just check real quick.
Sorry.
I took this in math. It's standard and something else, like the way of writing these.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check my book for
Okay.
a second. I can't find it, but it's, I think, called standard, like writing it in a standard form.
Standard notation or a standard form of number. It is the standard form of writing numbers or a standard notation. Okay. You can say anything. Standard form of writing the numbers, or you can say standard notation of numbers. Right? So suppose you have to write 4,000. So you just have to count the number of zeros in 4,000 and you just put 4 into 10 to the power 3. The number of zeros in the number will go into the power of 10. Okay. You don't have to count this 0. The 0 and 10. You don't have to count this. You just have to count the number of zeros in this number and just put the same number in the power of 10. Like suppose this is 40, so it will be 4 into 10 to the power. Now how many zeros are there in 40?
Just one, so 4 times 10.
It is 1. Now, if I have only single number 4, how can I write in standard form?
It is already in standard form.
No. You can write it like 4 into 10 to the power 0. Any number raised to the power 0 is 1. That means, suppose there is any number x, I write x to the power 0, so it will be 1. That means there is no meaning of this. So just to write it in exponent form, in the standard form, I write it like this. It means 4 into 1 only. 10 to the power 0 is 1. So just to make it in standard form, I put a 10 and put a power 0. Okay?
Wait,
10
I
to the
don't
power,
understand.
see,
Can you
10,
write it down? Yeah?
sorry?
Can you write it down?
Yeah. This thing you understand? How I write 4 is, 4 is equals to 4 into 10 to the power 0?
Oh, yes, because, you did 10 to the power of 0, so it would be 1, so it would be 4 times 1.
Yes. Just to make it in standard form, I put 10 to the power 0. Okay? It's the standard form of writing any number. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Now, next thing 0.4. Now you just see we have a decimal before 4. That means I have to write it like this. I have to count the number after decimal, and that I have to write in denominator. Here 0.4 is there, that means only one number is there after decimal. So only 10 I will write. That means 4 into 10 to the power minus 1. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
You just have to
I understand.
count the number of digits after decimal, and you just put over that into the power of 10. Just like here, what will be the answer for the last?
4 times 10 to the power of negative 2 or 3, negative 3.
Yes, very good. You have to count the numbers after decimal and just put it over power of the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Clear.
Write down all these examples.
Done.
Done?
Done.
Write down after writing this. This way of writing numbers is called standard notation. This way of writing numbers is called standard notation. Now next heading, length. Length. Now how can you measure the length of anything?
In meters, like the SI unit for it.
Yes. We can measure the length in terms of meter. So write down, the unit of length is meter. Underline meter.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are sub units of length also, like 1 decimeter,
Oh, decimeter.
1 centimeter. These are the smaller order of the length. 1 millimeter. So sometime in any question you can see micrometer, millimeter or anything. So you should know it is equals to how many meter, because we have to always deal with the meter thing. 1
Divide by 10.
nanometer. 1 minute. Nanometer is represented by nm. Micrometer is represented by mu m.
Mm-hmm.
Millimeter is by mm. Centimeter cm. Decimeter dm. Now 1 decimeter is 10 to the power minus 1 meter. That means it is 1 upon 10 meter. 10 to the power minus 1 means what? It is 1 upon 10 meter.
What upon negative 10? Which should be negative 1.
Yes. Centimeter is 10 to the power how much?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
1 centimeter equals to how many meter?
1 over 10. Just 1 over 10.
1 over 10 or 1 over 100?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 1 over 100.
1 over 100 centimeter, because 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it will be 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Now millimeter is 10 to the power. Yes.
1 over 1,000?
Yes, correct. So it will be 10 to the power minus how much?
10 to the power of minus 3.
Correct. You have to count the number of 0 and just put it over the power. So 1 over 1000 has 3 zeros. That's why 10 to the power minus 3. Micrometer is, do you know?
I'm gonna guess it's 10,000, but I'm not sure.
It's 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Milli is 10 to the power minus 3 and micro is 10 to the power minus 6.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
See, millimeter, wherever the prefix milli is used, milli, it means 10 to the power minus 3. It can be anything. When you study ahead in further chapters, when you study more that electricity chapter or whatever, so in that you will use some new units. So in that prefix milli is used. Okay, like milliliter. So milliliter means 10 to the power minus 3 liter. So unit can be anything, liter or anything. Instead of meter, it can be anything. But the thing is, whenever the prefix milli is used, it means 10 to the power minus 3. And whenever the prefix micro is used, it means 10 to the power minus 6 is there. Same thing is for centi, deci, and nano. Understand? Unit can be anything. Just the prefix make the sense. Wherever the prefix deci is used, it means you have to multiply that particular unit with 10 to the power minus 1. Wherever centi is used, so 10 to the power minus 2. Okay?
It's 100.
For micro, micro means 6, minus 6. Micro means minus 6. Milli means minus 3.
So is it a million or 100,000?
Sorry?
It's a million, right? Like 1 over a million?
Be louder, I can't hear you properly.
That means 1 micrometer, it's 1 over a million, right? Since there are 6 zeros in a million.
Yes, yes, yes. And last is nanometer. 1 nanometer. So nano, the word is like 9. Nano, it pronounced like 9. Nano. So it is 10 to the power minus 9 meters. So wherever the prefix nano is used, you just have to put 10 to the power minus 9. Okay? It's easy to remember for nano. Nano is somewhat like 9. So that's why 10 to the power minus 9.
What's the symbol for nanometer? NM?
NM. Write down this.
Written down.
Written down. Now next heading, area. So this is all about the length. How you measure length? So standard SI unit is meter, and we all have this decimeter, centimeter, millimeter, micrometer, nanometer. These are all the units of length only. Now next heading is area.
Is the SI unit meter squared?
SI unit of length is meter?
No, for the area, it's the SI unit. Is it meter squared?
Yes. Write down. Write down the area of a square. Area of a square or rectangle is given by area equals to length into breadth. Next bullet. The SI unit of area, the SI unit of area is square meter. The SI unit of area is square meter. Underline square meter. Now, suppose area of one square is given to you. Like suppose the area of one square is 2 into 1. It's not the square, it's a rectangle
Mhm.
actually. And you are supposed to find for 12 such rectangle. So how can you find it out?
Wait, I didn't hear you say the numbers, but
Suppose length is 1 meter, breadth is 2 meter. And you have 12 such rectangles. What is the total area? So how can you find?
I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi is a bit bad. The length is 1 meter.
Length is 1 meter, breadth is 2 meter.
Okay.
So how can you find the area of 12 such rectangles? If you have one rectangle, I am giving you the dimension for one rectangular box. And what I'm asking, I'm not asking the area of only single box. I'm asking the area for 12 such rectangular boxes. So how
Okay,
will
but
you approach?
I only have the length and the width. Did you tell
Yes.
me the height?
No, you don't need the height for area. You need height for volume. Area only require length and breadth.
Right. Okay. Well, it would be 1 times 2, which is 2 meters squared.
So how can you find the area? What will be the area of that one rectangular box?
2 meters squared.
2 meters square. And then what will be the area for 12 such rectangular boxes?
What?
What will be the area for 12 such rectangular boxes? Like suppose one box is given whose dimensions are given to you. You have given me the area for one box, that is 2 meters square. Now if you have 12 such rectangular boxes of same dimension, how can you find the total area?
I just add them together or multiply them by 2.
No,
One,
the easy way is just multiply 12 with 2 meters square. It will give you the total area.
I'm not really understanding it. Can you repeat it?
Okay. Like suppose I have one box. 1 meter and 2 meter is the dimensions. I want, sorry,
Can you draw it?
yeah, like this. See the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, but it's on 4 times 10 times 10 times 10, 4 times 10 to the power 3, 44, 0.4, 0.004.
The screen is not clear yet.
I can see the previous slides, but I don't see the screen you're writing on.
I have already renewed the screen.
Oh, no, the screen still has the standard form.
Oh. Now?
Still the same.
Now is there any changes?
No.
I think screen is stuck.
Mm.
Wait a minute.
Still the same.
Mm, let me,
Try sharing and then sharing again. Maybe it'll work.
yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Now,
Yeah, still the same. Maybe it's. Yeah, okay, now it changed.
now,
Yeah, it changed.
okay. Now can you see the box? So now if I want to find the area of this box, so answer will be 1 into 2. It will be 2 meters square. Now what I am saying, if you have 12 such boxes like this, so how can you find the area, total area of these 12 boxes?
Oh, 12 times 2 meters squared.
Yes, that is what I'm asking. 12 into 2 meters square will give you the answer. Okay, 24 meters square will be the answer. It is not like you just add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. It is not like that. Directly, just find the area for one box, multiply it with number of boxes given. You will get the total area of the thing. Okay.
Mhm.
Next line, write down. It's just the example. You need to write this. It's just for your information. Next item, area of triangle equals to, what is area of triangle?
Length times width divided by 2.
Yes, you can say half into base into height. It's not length and breadth. Base and height are the terminology used for the triangle. And that too is for right angle triangle.
So it would be base times.
Write down half into base into height. Now draw a triangle like this. This will be the base. This will be the height. Written? Next bullet, write down area of circle. Now what is the area of circle?
Um, I actually forgot the formula.
Yeah, it's pi r square. Pi into r square. Area of circle equals to pi r square, where pi equals to either 22 over 7 or 3.14. Any of the two things you can use.
Okay.
Write down the formula of area of circle, pi r square.
Done.
Next, circumference of circle. Circumference of circle, it's 2 pi r. It's 2 pi r. 2 pi r. Okay? So this is all about area. Area of circle, area of triangle, area of square, rectangle, all the formulas are given. Next heading, volume. This whole thing I think you already studied in your earlier classes.
Yes.
Next topic is volume.
Length times width times height.
Yes. So all volume is basically how much space is occupied by a particular substance. Like suppose I have a ball. So how much space this ball is occupying in the room or anywhere, that is the volume of that ball. Understand? So write down
Okay.
volume is the amount of space, volume is the amount of space occupied. Full stop. The unit of volume is the unit of volume is the cubic meter. The unit of the volume is the cubic meter. Underline cubic meter or meter cube.
SI unit. Is it?
Yeah, it's the SI unit only. Cubic meter, or in bracket you can write m cube, meter cube.
MC or MQ? Oh, okay. Cute.
Okay. Now, if I want to convert 1 meter cube into centimeter cube, how can you convert?
Divide by 100? No, times 100, times 100.
So, this thing I know that 1 meter equals to 1 over 100 centimeter. So I have to convert 1 meter cube into centimeter cube. So think
to
about
put
it. Yes.
times 100.
Again.
We multiply it by 100.
You are saying like this.
No, multiply, times.
Multiply. How? You have to.
We would multiply
No.
1 meter.
No. Think about it. Take 2 minutes time. Think about it. You have to convert 1 meter cube into centimeter cube. Are you getting? See.
I don't know.
See. 1 meter equals to how much? 1 upon 100 centimeter. That means I have to divide 100. If I want to come from meter to centimeter, I have to divide it by 100. Now I have to come from meter cube to centimeter cube. That means I have 3 meters. That means I have to do like this. 1 upon 100, 1 upon 100, 1 upon 100. Why I have done this? Because this is for 1 meter, second meter, third meter. Because I have 3 meters here in meter cube. I have to convert all the 3 meters into 3 centimeters. Understand what I'm saying?
Kind of, but can you repeat it again, just for reference?
Can you see the screen? What I'm saying? 1 meter equals to 1 over 100 centimeter. Now I have meter cube. Meter cube means 3 times meter I have. Meter into meter into meter. 1 meter cube is what? It is like 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter. And now I have to convert this into centimeter cube. So for 1 meter, I can write it like this 1 into 100. For second meter, I can write it like 1 over 100.
What's the answer?
Sorry.
What should be the answer?
Answer will be 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 6 centimeter cube.
Okay, let me just write that down.
Do you get it how it comes?
So we don't count the 1, we only count the zeros.
Yes, you don't need to count the ones, only zeros. And why minus 6? Because all the zeros are in denominator.
Okay, understand.
Yeah. Next thing, write down. Next bullet in volume only write down. Volume of rectangular block. Volume of rectangular block is given by. Volume of rectangular block is given by length into breadth into height.
Mhm.
Next, volume of sphere. Volume of sphere equals to volume of sphere equals to, see the screen, 4 over 3 pi r cube. We can't get the volume of circle. Circle is 2D picture. Like suppose I take circle is like bangle. Bangle which we wear in hands. That is circle. That is, we can't find the volume of that. Okay, it is just the outer thing. Volume is for the solid structure like ball or globe. So we have to
Mhm.
find the volume of the solid structure that is occupying some space. So volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cube. Next thing, volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder, it is pi r square h. If you want to draw the diagram for cylinder, you can draw it like this. So this will be the height h, and this much will be the radius. Clear?
Mhm.
Now a question arises, like suppose you have a liquid and you are supposed to find the volume of that liquid. So how can you find the volume of a liquid?
If it's in a cup, we would use pi r squared times h.
Yes, you are right. There's a measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder is used. You will put the, it is not actually the cup, it is the measuring cylinder. It is like a cylindrical cylinder.
Mhm.
When we pour the liquid in that cylinder, what happens?
It will fill up and we can calculate its volume.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello, can you hear me?
hello, I can. Yes, I
Hello.
can.
Okay. So I was saying, like, whenever you have to find the volume of the liquid, what we do, we just put the liquid in a measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder you will see in your practical labs in school.
Mhm.
It's a cylindrical thing. If I draw, it will be like this only, the cylindrical thing
Mhm.
in which the markings are there. Okay, we just put the liquid. Suppose the liquid is up to here.
Mhm.
This is the marking of the liquid. So we have to hold the measuring cylinder so that our eye level is this. You have to keep your eye in the level of this water or any liquid, whatever. Okay. So suppose
Mhm.
whenever you put the liquid in the measuring cylinder, what happens? The liquid is like this. It is slight curve in nature. Like suppose this is the cylinder. So it is like this. Now again the doubt arises whether you have to take the reading of this thing or this thing.
Mhm.
The liquid is slight curved. The surface of the liquid, whenever we put it in a cylindrical uh, cylinder, so what happens? The surface of that liquid is slight curved. Now the doubt arises that whether you have to take the reading of this level or this level. So what according to you is correct?
Mhm.
What is correct?
Either one of them.
No. You have to
What?
take the bottom level. You have
What?
bottom level, this thing, this curved one, this lower one. You have to take the reading of this thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you have to put the eye level over the bottom level and take the reading.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so write down.
How do I spell it?
I'll give you the whole point. Write it down first.
Mhm.
Write down the volume of liquid may be the volume of liquid may be obtained by the volume of liquid may be obtained pouring it by pouring it into a measuring cylinder by pouring it into a measuring cylinder full stop. When making a reading, when making a reading, vessel must be vessel must be upright, must be upright, and your eye must be level with the bottom, level with the bottom of the curve, level with the bottom of the curved liquid surface, bottom of the curved liquid surface. That is the meniscus. Meniscus.
Okay.
Underline meniscus. Written.
Just a second.
Meniscus
Okay.
written. See the spelling in the screen.
Yes, I can see it.
Now, what the point is saying? Whenever you put a liquid in the vessel, what happens? The liquid is slightly curved. So what you have to take? You have to take the bottom reading. The
The
reading of this
men.
level. This bottom level is known as meniscus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you want to draw, you can draw the diagram also. This one.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna draw it. Okay, done.
Make the labeling of meniscus. This is the meniscus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, make another bullet. Write down meniscus formed by the mercury. The meniscus formed by the mercury is curved oppositely. The meniscus formed by the mercury is curved oppositely to that of to that of other liquids and the top is red and top is red. Written.
Mm-hmm.
Now what is made? Mercury. Have you seen thermometer in which mercury is filled?
It means that when mercury is in a test tube, instead of curving downwards, it's going upwards. So we have to. So the meniscus is from the top instead of the bottom. So we have to read it from the top.
Yes, very good. So mercury is filled in the thermometer. If you have seen the glass thermometer, if you have seen, so what happens if you see that it is filled with mercury. So mercury, the meniscus is like this. It is curved oppositely. In all the other liquid, the meniscus is like this. But for mercury, it is like this. So in this case, what we take? We take the top reading, this one, not the bottom reading. If the meniscus is like this, we take the bottom reading. If the meniscus is like this, we take the top reading. Okay, so from this, one MCQ can be asked. They gave the figure of the mercury thing and they ask what will be the reading. So you have to take the reading of the top one, not the bottom.
Mhm.
Okay, this is all about the volume. Last topic of today's class, mass. Mass. Write down the mass of an object. The mass of an object is measure of the mass of an object is measure of the amount of matter in it. Amount of matter in it. Full stop. The SI unit of mass. The SI unit of mass is kg. The SI unit of mass is kg.
Mhm.
Next, there are several kind of balance. There are several kind of balance. Number one, beam balance, BEAM, beam. Beam balance. Number two,
Can you repeat the points? I didn't hear you properly.
beam, BEAM,
No,
BEAM.
from the beginning. There are several.
There are several kind of balance. Several kind of balance. Number one, beam, BEAM, beam. See the screen for spelling? Beam balance. Next, lever balance. Lever balance. Next, top pan balance. TOP, pan. Top pan balance. Written?
Mhm.
Now, what is beam balance? So, beam balance is used by the vegetable shopkeepers. What happened? This balance has the two sides. In one side, you keep the thing whose mass is unknown, and in on the other side, what you do? You just put the known masses. Like suppose it is like this. You have two sides. In one side, you just put the unknown mass substance, and in another side, you put the known weights. Like it is for 500 grams, it is 1 kg. You know this thing. So just to balance, you have to take it in the hand and you have to balance both the side. This side you are putting the known weights, and this side is unknown weight. So once the both the sides are balanced, so you got the answer for the mass. Whatever mass is kept here will be the answer for this unknown mass whenever the both the sides are balanced. So this is how the beam balance works.
Mhm.
Now next is lever balance. Now lever balance is somewhat like a lever is like a pointer. You can say a pointer is there,
Mhm.
and this type of reading is given. And when you put
Oh,
the
like
over
the
the
bathrooms.
thing, it indicates if the handle moves, the lever moves and points the exact weight. It's like analog weight machine
Mhm.
in which the pointer puts the correct reading. Last one is top pan balance. Top pan balance is majority of time is used in chemistry lab. It is just a box like thing is there in which a top is made. Here the digital reading meter is there where which shows the exact weight. You just put the thing over this pan and this meter will show the exact mass of the thing.
Mhm.
It is the digital top balance thing. Top pan balance. Understand all the three types of balances?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, next class, most probably I'll finish this chapter also. It's very small chapter.
Mhm.
Okay. So bye bye. Just revise the thing before coming to class. Bye bye.
Bye bye.